So we've got some very interesting progress. The avocados, which I just watered everything, right? But look at those chimes. The avocado, this one in particular, has a taproot now. And you can see it's starting to grow the actual stalk that's going to be coming out too. Oh, that's much better. But you can see it's about to shoot out with a plant, and it's starting the taproot now. So the other one doesn't look as far along, but you can kind of see it may be working on a taproot. But this one on the whole has not made nearly as much progress. Which that would put it a little bit after the 40-day mark. I'm making toast, one second. That puts it a little bit after the 40-day mark, right? But there's something else. The plants that we just planted this morning are already beginning to bloom. My camera's like really awful at night, but I'm gonna just try and flip it around and show you. We've got these guys starting to stand back up. They got beat down a little bit earlier, and they're actually making a ton of new flowers, which seem to be stimulated by the amount of pressure that the water put on them today. They're eager to replace all of the damaged blossoms. These are actually standing up a lot more. The Creeping Jenny looks about the same to me, but it's looking pretty luscious actually. And the most exhilarating part of this whole thing is we've got these orange blossoms starting now. And if you looked at the video from this morning, they were not in any kind of shape to be doing this kind of blossoming. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm super excited that they're already about to begin unfurling. And it's not just over there. We had one blossom on this one this morning. One blossom. And two more opened up, and it looks like we've got another one that should probably be out by morning. These ones are probably close. But same deal. All of the damaged petals here, or damaged flowers, are about to be replaced with brand new ones. So it's like one little water, one little day in the sun, and everything is just fucking booming. And my mom came over tonight because I didn't know she was in town yet. But she came over tonight to make deviled eggs for the 4th of July thing, which I'm not actually going to. I went last year on 4th of July and like hung out at the pool with all of our friends and family. But I didn't want to do that this year. I think maybe it's because I'm still like getting fatigued really easily. But part of me was just like, I'd rather stay home. I'd rather like not have to put somebody in a position where if I feel really weak, I don't want somebody else to have to leave the party to drive me home, because if I'm that fatigued, I won't be able to drive. And like, it sounds kind of weird, but I'm getting fatigued taking the trash to the curb, you know? Sometimes yoga or standing up in the shower is enough that I feel like I need to sit down. And it's been a week since I started eating again, and my energy levels just haven't bounced back all the way. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm still recovering. So I'm going to skip tomorrow. But July 5th, the party is going to be here with my family and all of our people. We're going to have Christmas in July on the 5th. So it's literally like, I'm not going to the big family friends party, but the smaller, just family party for Christmas in July is going to be here. So if I really need to like go lay down, I can do that. But yeah, we my brother, my sister, her boyfriend, their kid, and then my mom were all just like hanging out while she was making food for the party tomorrow. So it was kind of nice to catch up. It's still kind of one of those situations where like sometimes she just says something, you know? Sometimes she just says some out of pocket shit and you're just sitting there like, what? Like, what the fuck? And that happened multiple times. but it didn't get to the point where like I was reactive. And I felt really proud of myself for that, because it didn't matter what she said. It, like, if you remember when we hung out on Thanksgiving, it was still kind of the situation. This is taking forever. It was still kind of the situation where like I had to excuse myself. I had to get up and I had to go to another room and I had to be like, Goose Fraba. And this time, it didn't matter what she said. I didn't feel the need to react. I didn't feel the need to go take a minute and collect myself, so I didn't say something back. It didn't even feel like something that I was going to do. I can honestly say that this time there was no reaction to be had, and that's huge for me. We were always oil and water. We were always like, because I wouldn't be quiet about it, you know. She'd be saying something like crazy or narcissistic or out of pocket or straight up mean or aggressive, and I would always be the one to be like, why the fuck would you say that? You know, like, why, I would always be the one to like combat it instead of just letting it slide, because it's not okay. It's really not. Sometimes it's not okay. You can't just say whatever you want. But things that she's gone on about recently have been less heinous than they were back in the day. Her reactions are not as bad as they were back in the day. And she certainly didn't get a rise out of me. So I felt like it was one of those situations where the proof is in the action. The tools being used led to not having to manage it. Like, I can honestly say I didn't have to compensate for anything. I didn't have to manage my reactions. I didn't have to think about it because I didn't react in the first place. The instinct wasn't the same. It's almost like giving me the feeling of like when you take the extra wheels off the bike, so you're not using, like, what are those called? Training wheels? When you're no longer wearing training wheels. You're just riding the bike. That's what it felt like. It still seems like we'll do better in short bursts, but this is the most I've seen my mother in 10 years. And it's happened pretty, not back to back necessarily, but it's happened often enough that it's getting more normal. And you know, it's one of those situations I never ever thought I would see the day that we could just like hang out in the same room. I guess you never can tell. You never know. Okay, it didn't look that toasty, but I guess it's pretty toasty. Like, it's harder than it appears. But maybe I did it wrong. Like, it's crunchy. It's just not like goldeny brown. I don't even know why I'm making toast. Like, what am I gonna put on it? I guess I got jam, jelly. I've got butter, peanut butter. Maybe I'll just do like a toasted PBJ. I haven't had actual butter at all since the fast ended. Maybe I should try it. Do a little butter and some jam. We'll test out how full fat goes. Because I can definitely digest things like avocado now. And I didn't have a problem with Taco Bell. But I haven't done just butter yet. Let's give it a go. It's been an interesting day. Very interesting. And the plant growth. I'm surprised to see that kind of growth on those plants so quickly and at the same time as the avocado.